This is a very chilled out summit finish. We are here, Sierra de Nives. I think that's how you pronounce it. Been hell of a way up here. Look at this like concrete road. But I want to talk to you about the climbing abilities of the Wilier Filante. Considering this is an aero bike, it climbs, well, remarkably well, to be honest. In this review, I think I'm going to talk about sub-aero and super aero. So the aero speed in my mind is somewhere around 43, 45 kph. When you get a bike up to that sort of speeds on the flat, you can feel where an aero bike has an advantage. When you go uphill, unless you're supersonic pro cyclist, you don't really achieve those speeds. So in its sub-aero speeds, it's actually very comfortable. The speeds where you want to sit down and pedal and not get shaken and vibrated. Thumbs up. The handlebar is actually a very comfortable handlebar. Every sort of hand position just feels nice in the hand. It's quite rare with aero bikes. There's always sort of jagged edges that just don't feel nice, that just sort of cruise in pace. Climbs really nicely in and out of the saddle, really well behaved. You don't get that twitchy front wheel that you sometimes get with, you know, really racy bikes. It just feels like you can just get up, sit down, get up, sit down, work yourself around hairpins. Just very chilled. And on the rough roads, well, the Pirellis and the Bora Ultras are definitely helping that ride, but the ride feel is very nice. Right, I need to go and test it at some faster speeds on this rough road, so let's get downhill. Day 2, big headwinds. Tell you about it later. For now, what a great view. Well, that didn't go quite as planned. This is now going to be the 5-minute hotel room review. The weather got, well, British on us, but we did do 250 kilometers worth of awesome riding out here, sort of Andalucia type area. It's been really good fun, actually, to be fair. Made the mistake of going into Torremolinos, so we had to go and get a tyre for Vic. She had a rider with a whole load of glass on the way in and just ripped her tyre to shreds. Guys at DSG Workshop, I think it's called, Torremolinos. Excellent. New tyre, patched up, while we had a coffee. Brilliant. Thanks so much for help, guys. And the Saturday before Christmas as well. Absolutely stupid. Thank you for saving our holiday. So, Wilier, we started talking about sub-aero and super-aero. At the time, I'd already done climbing. I can say climbing ability on this is great. It's probably one of the best climbing aero bikes that I've ridden. It's just nice getting out of the saddle, getting back in again, settle down, blah, blah, blah. You heard that. When we actually start putting some pace on, in my mind, there's two areas this happens. One is along the flat, head down, tucked in, get the power down. That doesn't really happen very often where we live. You're always going uphill, downhill, round corners, bumpy roads, etc. You don't really ever have the chance to really get into a good aero tuck. Whereas out here you can, and it was good. Once you got your pace on, it's great. Holds the speed really nicely, as you would expect an aero bike to do. What is weird is when you get disturbed by a lorry coming past or a big gust of wind. Out here in the mountains, those gusts of winds are quite turbulent. They sort of tend to come in, hit crags, and then come back at you, move around quite a bit. They're quite unpredictable. So sometimes when you're going at pace, you often with an aero bike get quite a bit of like speed wobble. And that's enough to either make you just back off the pedal slightly or even just touch the brakes. And that's probably where you lose your advantage. So that actually felt really good. We got overtaken by some pretty hefty haulage, and it was good. I felt really, really safe. I felt really stable on it. It's probably because it's not particularly deep an aero like a System 6 or something. So that was good. Descending is the other time when you hit super aero speeds, if you like. And that was great. I think my max speed for this trip so far was 58 kph on a bike that I've only just been on now 3 rides. That was pretty cool, actually. What I did notice when I first started descending, that my weight was a lot further towards the front than I'm used to. The balance point is a lot further forward. And the fit is actually quite squat. So I was thinking, maybe I'll just like another centimetre on the stem, or maybe I should just put my saddle back a little bit. And as I was messing around with that, I don't really want to put any more weight onto the front of the bike because it feels like it's already balanced, biased towards the front. Anyway, a couple more descents and I got used to just below where to adjust my body position. I was absolutely flying. Does just bring into question if you were somewhere between sizes, size large, extra large, and you wanted to have an extra stem, how you might just get the balance a bit more in balance, so to speak. It's compared to something like the Time Skyline, which is probably about the best descending bike I've ever ridden. That thing is so balanced and so composed. This was quite a long way off that, to be fair. Now, here's the crazy thing I wish you did have. You can see the impracticality when you're using this. I've gone back to using these bottles because way safer when you're tanking along a road with cars overtaking you. This just feels a whole lot better to me. I'm not a pro cyclist. And then also, practicalities is you are going to have stuff like this. I've got my little Wahoo radar because it's actually a really useful tool. I've also got my saddle bag on there as well, and of course my Wahoo, and all these sort of things just jump out. And of all the aero clean lines, you go and spoil it by putting stuff like that on it. It seems a bit silly. So maybe Aero Bikes should start developing in-frame storage a bit better as well. It would seem more logical than just keeping it to the all-road bike like we've seen from the Cannondale Synapse, etc. So there we go. There's my hotel room review. I like it. It's a very smart looking bike. You can't not like it. It's just smart, sophisticated. It's got a horizontal top tube. It's just a very likable, smart, elegant design. There we go. I hope that little hotel room review was somewhat useful too. If you want to see the full review, which I did on this, I took it apart, I built it up, I checked all the quality, I went through all the stats, even chatted to the designer Claudio. The links are down there in the description and at the end of this video. Go and check that out. But this was just a quick ride view. I think I'll be riding this more in the summer, and of course it'll be here at Map Deck. Well, not here at Map Deck, it'll be at Map Deck for you guys to come and ride. So if you don't believe this review, it doesn't matter. Come and try it for yourself. Let me know what you really think. Thanks for watching. See you soon.